a genuine hunger and thirst for divine visitation. Some people are too diplomatic to be visited by God. Hallelujah. I am going to look at this one. You need to develop a genuine hunger and thirst for what? For divine visitation. Praise Jesus. I say praise Jesus. Oh my God. Luke chapter 19 verse 1 to 9. Luke chapter 19 verse 1 to 9. Then Jesus entered and passed through Jericho. Now behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, who was a chief tax collector, and he was rich. And he sought to see who Jesus was, but could not, because of the crowd, for he was of short stature. So he ran ahead and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was going to pass that way. And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said to him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must stay at your house. So he made haste and came down and received him. Praise the name of the living God. This is a story you know very well. But this is a man who was, the Bible tells us, was a chief tax collector. That means if it was today in our generation in Uganda, he was the one in charge of Uganda Revenue Authority. Praise the name of the living God. Now I want you to picture a picture of who is the officer of Uganda Revenue Authority. Okay, let us imagine the kind of life he's in. Does he lack a transport? Does he lack a food? Do these students struggle to go to school? Now, that is the kind of picture Lazarus was in. The Bible is telling us was a chief tax collector. He was in charge of all the revenues. Praise the name of the living God. Then Jesus was visiting that city. He was visiting that place. Hallelujah. I say hallelujah. Jericho was the city, and Jesus was visiting the city. He wanted some people's lives there to change. Now here comes the official who is in charge of Uganda Revenue Authority, whereby money is not a problem. Praise the name of the living God. But he had a hunger, a thirst, a desire to be visited by God. Let me tell you, there are people who visit you and their life never remains the same. And there are people who visit you and their life worsens. Hallelujah. When God visits you, it doesn't matter how impossible it is, He can make it impossible. It was impossible for Zacchaeus to see Jesus. Why? He was short. It was impossible. I don't know what is impossible with you. I don't know what is impossible in your life. I don't know what is impossible at your place of work. I don't know what is impossible in your marriage. There are things you look at and indeed they are what? Impossible. But let me tell you, by divine visitation, the impossible can become what? Possible. By the stature of Zacchaeus, it was impossible for him to see Jesus. And whenever he had a desire, he wanted to see them. And the people who were told, they were just taking seeing Jesus for granted. They had no hunger. I said, this is the man they never talk about. This is the Jesus. But at all, they didn't could look at Jesus from up. This is Jesus. But Zacchaeus, very short, he has a problem. It is impossible for him to see. There's a crowd of impossibilities. There's a crowd of challenges. It was impossible for him to see Jesus. Praise the name of the living God. Hallelujah. Amen. There are things that are impossible to see in life. I don't know that you get what I'm saying.